Our top story tonight on Gravitas is about Pakistan, where the TTP has declared a 360-degree war against the Pakistan Army. You're hearing that correctly. The Tehrik-e-Taliban Pakistan, TTP, has warned Pakistan that it is ready to target Pakistan military and Pakistan military-run enterprises. In fact, the TTP has also issued a warning to Pakistan's political parties, particularly the leadership of the Pakistan Muslim League, to stay away from its conflict with Pakistan's security forces. Not just that, the TTP has also set an ultimatum for the public. Disconnect from military enterprises within 3 months as it targets military institutions in Pakistan. Clearly, there's a lot going on. In a statement released by the TTP spokesperson, Mohammad Khorasani, the group said that its targets are exclusively the country's security institutions and their associates, while the Pakistani Taliban maintains that its primary goal is Pakistan's security agencies. It has emphasized that the military's economic interests are a crucial source of its power. And how does the TTP intend to carry out or combat it? The group has declared that it will begin targeting military-run enterprises. The TTP spokesperson specifically named the following military enterprises: NLC, FWO, 4G Cement, 4G Fertilizers Company, FFC, Askari Cement, Pakistan Ordnance Factory, POF, 4G Foundation, 4G Foods, Askari Fuels, DHA, and Askari Bank, etc. These are the potential targets on the TTP's radar. The TTP has warned the people, withdraw shares from these enterprises within 3 months, else the burden of any kind of loss does not fall on the people of Pakistan. Not just that, shops that have army products have also been given 2 months. Vendors have been told to discard any or all military products within 2 months. If even after 2 months military products are found in their stores, orders will be issued to the Mujahideen to burn these products or in any way destroy them. And this should be discarded. And similarly, the vehicles that will deliver these products will also be burnt. Can you imagine that? And it also takes issue with the PML leadership. Using language and tone similar to that of the Pakistan Army, it's important to note that the TTP views the Pakistan Army as an adversary. The TTP has, in fact, urged the ruling parties to stay neutral in the conflict between the group and Pakistan's security institutions. The TTP has warned that failure to do so may lead to the TTP targeting PML leadership and other riotous elements. The Taliban's warning comes amid ongoing tensions between the TTP and the Pakistani government. In the statement, the Tehrik-e-Taliban Pakistan has also announced its intention to expand its list of targets to include economic institutions with ties to the Pakistani military. In short, the TTP has just declared a war against the Pakistan Army. The Shehbaz Sharif-led government has remained unapologetic. Last Friday itself, Shehbaz Sharif said that the government was committed to eliminating the TTP to ensure the country's socio-economic development. According to Pakistan media, Sharif has asked the federal government, the provincial governments, and all relevant stakeholders to make a comprehensive plan in collaboration with the security forces. Just last month, Pakistan conducted airstrikes inside Afghanistan, which it said targeted TTP hideouts. While Pakistani officials told media that several senior TTP leaders were killed, the Afghan Taliban that controls Afghanistan said that attacks caused several civilian casualties. But for all of their words, Pakistan has failed in ending the rising level of violence and lawlessness in the areas of Pakistan bordering Afghanistan. We are talking about Khyber Pakhtunkhwa and Balochistan. The latest round of Pakistani airstrikes coming just days after Pakistan lost 16 soldiers in an attack by the TTP along the Pakistan-Afghanistan border. But terror attacks have only increased in Pakistan since the TTP broke a fragile ceasefire agreement with the Pakistan government. At least 685 members of Pakistani security forces lost their lives in a total of 444 terror attacks. According to Pakistan media, 2024 turned out to be the deadliest year for civil and military security forces of Pakistan in a decade. But instead of dealing with the situation head on, Islamabad has been shying away from talks with the TTP. The airstrikes may have shut the diplomatic window on that one. Still, if talks with the TTP are off the table, Pakistan's government will need to take a strong approach towards counter-terrorism. But considering checkered history with conducting talks with terror groups and lack of success, we wouldn't bet on that. Sure, the Pakistan government could place greater emphasis on better governance, the rule of law, social justice, empowering citizens in border areas. However, this is Pakistan we are talking about after all. When was the last time you heard of Pakistan achieving success in its counter-terrorism strategy? And this leads us to the next part of the story. The TTP has declared war against the Pakistani military institutions. This comes as no surprise. In fact, we now take a closer look at just how the Pakistan Army has become more powerful than Pakistan itself in a way. According to reports across the Army, Navy, Air Force, estimates put the value of the military's business empire at more than $100 billion. Just to put it simply, in Pakistan, it's difficult to do business without making the military generals richer. Your morning tea, it might be sourced from Nurpur farms. And who holds ownership, you ask? The military. What about milk? It comes from the same source. Craving a lamb curry, perhaps? The lamb and potatoes that accompany it are supplied by commercial farms run by Fauji Fresh in Freeze, also military owned. And this, by the way, extends beyond food. If you are interested in shares, say, on the Pakistan Stock Exchange, consider the military-run investment bank Foundation Securities in Karachi. Profits could be deposited in your account at Askari Bank in Islamabad, which is another military-owned entity. You get the gist. The gas for your stove, the cement used to make homes, the electricity, the fuel, transportation, educational institutions, hundreds of business entities in sectors of the economy competing with the private sector controlled by the Pakistan Army. In fact, Pakistan's military runs close to 100 different businesses. Just think of Pakistan's military as a holding company in a way, a company with several subsidiaries. The military runs 6 so-called foundations: the Fauji Foundation, the Army Welfare Trust, the Army Welfare Trust, etc. These foundations own various businesses and companies, which are typically managed by serving and retired military personnel, often represented by civilians. And what do they do with the profits? They reinvest it into military welfare activities. However, a significant portion is usually set aside for senior military officials before anything else is allocated. In short, Pakistan's generals, admirals, air marshals have enriched themselves by running the biggest conglomerate of Pakistan, and that is the real story of why and how the Pakistan Army is so powerful.
To stay up to speed with the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.